Christmas time, the holidays are here, and we're making chocolate caramel thumbprints. So come on over, join me in making these. So we're going to start off with a double boiler here. And in here I have 2 tablespoons of whipping cream, and then I have 16 caramels. And you're just going to move these around the pan here. And, ooh, looks like I probably need a mitt here. Sorry about that, you guys. To hold this steady so I can mix this around here with the whipping cream and the caramel. So we need to keep these warm so we can put this right in the center of the cookies, okay? So just trying to get this all stirred up. It's almost ready, so we're gonna have to turn it down a little bit so it doesn't overcook, okay? So, ooh, this reminds me of making caramel apples. But this time it's with chocolate on there too, so. Okay, so these are kind of ready. So I'm just gonna kind of turn this off here, or down on real low. I'll keep the lid on just to kind of keep it warm here. And follow me over here and we'll continue to make these thumbprint cookies, okay? So we're going to be using a mixer today, and in the mixer we're going to be putting in a half of a cup of butter, okay? So it needs to be the real stuff. Margarine, you can put margarine in here too if you're a vegan, I suppose, but it does taste better with real butter, okay? So just get these in here like so. It needs to be room temperature butter, okay? And then we're just going to lock this and then put this on low because we need to get this butter going first in here, okay? And turn it up just a tad bit here, get it whipped up nicely. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put our sugar in here. So this is granulated sugar, okay? And I'm going to grab that from over here. Let's get both of these at the same time, right? So we've got our sugar, okay? So we're gonna need half of a cup of sugar. Okay. Get out measuring cups here. And half of a cup goes right in here like so. Okay. The sugar goes in there. Go ahead and turn on the mixer. And then get that out of the way here. Then after we put our sugar in there, we're going to put in 2 ounces of chocolate, and it has to be melted, okay? So I put this in the microwave for about a minute and 20 seconds, somewhere around there. So we're just going to put the melted chocolate in here now. Use a rubber scraper to do so. And this is semi-sweet chocolate. I just use, you can buy this stuff from Baker's Chocolate, you know, that company that makes that. Okay, so we do have our chocolate in here now. All right, I'm just going to put this in the sink here for the last little bit out of here. There we go. And then let me wash my hands off real quick. Alrighty, so the next thing that goes in there is an egg yolk. So I'm just going to tap here and I'm going to separate these so that I have my egg yolk left over here. My white will stay in the container, and I'll put it in the refrigerator for making a breakfast sandwich or something. So there goes our yolk, and this goes in the trash can. Alrighty, so we have things looking good here. We're going to add in some flavorings here now. So let's put the lid on this egg and set it aside over here. We're going to put in 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Okay, so just measure this out. This needs to be real vanilla. You can use the other kind that's imitation, but it does taste better with real vanilla. It does cost more, but hey, it's worth it. It is the holidays, right? Okay, go ahead and turn this on. And then we're going to add in our dry ingredients next, okay? Let's just turn that up a little bit higher. It all mixed in there nicely. Okay, so we're gonna add in our leavening agent. So for our leavening agent, we're gonna have 1 and 1/4 teaspoons of baking soda, okay? So I'm gonna measure this out here. So here is 1 teaspoon and then 1/4 of a teaspoon. I like these sliders. I suggest you get some of these. They're really nice to have, okay? And then we're also going to put in 1/4 of a teaspoon of regular salt. This is Himalayan salt, but you can use sea salt, kosher salt, any type of salt really, okay? That goes in there like so, okay? And then we're just going to mix this together like so. Okay, it's time to put the flour in. So we're going to put in 1 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour. Okay, so measure that out and get a straight edge here and get this perfect. There we go. So we're going to go ahead and put this in here. Okay, turn it on low. And then the 1/4 of a cup as well. And I always turn it off when I put the flour in there, otherwise it kind of goes everywhere. So 1/4 of a cup. So turn it on gently. Okay. There we go. It's almost there. It's looking good. Okay, so these are done now. Here's what it looks like. Here's what the dough looks like. Just take all the dough off of the paddle attachment. Okay, it's going to be pretty sticky, you know. We're going to roll these into balls. Okay, and we'll get all that off of there, and then let's take this out of here. There we go. There we go. And put this over here. Let me wash my hands one more time. These are going to be tasty. Chocolate is always one of those things that goes over really well at any event because most people love chocolate. So after that, we're going to go ahead and come over here and I'm going to chop some pecans finally. We're going for at least about 1/2 of a cup of pecans. And, you know, like some of my students are like, I don't like nuts, I don't like pecans, you know. But the fact of the matter is that the cookies don't really taste the same and they don't look the same for sure if you don't roll them in these chopped pecans, okay, or pecans. You can, you know, pronounce it any way you want to. In the South, it's pronounced different. We call it pecans up here. They call them pecans down there. So, but they're also nutritious for you, and so that's part of the reason why we're going to make sure that we have these in our cookies. So, it's been a while since I've made these last, so I'm looking forward to having one. It's going to taste good. Okay, so we're, you know, like I said, these have to be pretty finely chopped. You can't have any large pieces of pecans on the outside of these. They have to be really, really, really finely chopped. And these are actually whole pecans, so it takes a while to process them. They're getting there. They're looking good. You know, one thing I like about cooking and baking is that it's very therapeutic. Very, very therapeutic. I love the smells that come out of the kitchen, especially during the holidays, you know, and all the results in eating it and blessing other people with the things that you make and seeing their reactions. You know, it's kind of fun to be able to do that and bless people with the fruit of your hands, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and put all of these pecans on this plate right here because we're gonna roll our dough in these, okay? So I am going to take the dough out of here and let it refrigerate for 1 hour, and then I'll see you right back. Well, I already set the oven on 375 and we're ready to make these balls here. So you're just going to take one of these balls, about a 1 inch in diameter, roll it around in the pecans nicely here, getting all the nuts in there. I already have a couple done already. So you're just going to take the ball here, put it on here like so, and put your thumbprint in it just like so. And you're just going to keep doing these. Grab another ball, roll it up here, and then roll it in the pecans. And then you're going to put it on the tray again. Put your thumb in it, and we're going to bake these in the oven for about 15 minutes. And then I'll take them out, and then we'll put our caramel in there next. These go in here for 12 to 15 minutes, okay? So let's hit that out of 12 and check them. It's time to make the drizzle, the chocolate drizzle for the cookies after they come out of the oven. There still is 7 minutes left. I'm using milk chocolate bakers, and you're just going to put about 2/3 of a cup. So we're going to put in here several of these squares, okay, and break them apart because they melt easier in the microwave when you break them apart, okay? So we're going for about half of this here. Candy bar or milk chocolate bar. It's 32% cacao, which is chocolate. The real stuff here. Actually, chocolate is very bitter, but it's really, really healthy for you. So it actually, you know, curbs depression and other ailments like that. So it's nice to have, except for without the sugar, that is. So the darker the chocolate, the better for your health. So it's actually a superfood. So we're going to put this in the microwave for about 30 seconds and get it all melted up, and then snip the edge and then drizzle on our chocolate. See you in a second. Well, they're ready. The timer just went off, so we're going to pull them out of the oven. Okay, let's move these right over here. And you notice that they kind of come out flat. And so after they come out of the oven, you actually have to take a spoon and remake that thumbprint in here again. Okay. There we go. Make a little spot for the caramel in here. Again, comes out of the oven here. One more. Right. Okay, we have all of our spots here available for this caramel to be put in the center. And we'll drizzle on our chocolate. Okay, so let's get our pan of caramel over here. There we go. So we're just going to take the caramel right now. This is hot, so I have to be careful not to burn myself. Okay, so just take the caramel and drizzle it in here like so on all of these. Whoa, caramel overboard. Oh boy. So just keep going on these until you have all this caramel on these 16 of these caramels. So this doesn't make very many cookies, actually. It's supposed to make 2 dozen. I could have made the balls a little bit smaller, but it said to make them about 1 inch, so I did. So just keep going on this. And this is going to take a while, so I'll see you in a minute. I put this in the microwave and melted it a little bit, but we do have to put a little bit of butter in here so that it kind of evens out. So we're going to put 2 teaspoons of butter in here. You can use that, or you can use shortening, whatever you want. I'm going to put this back in the microwave for 30 more seconds, and this should be ready to go. It's time to put the chocolate drizzle on, so I went ahead and put this in a Ziploc baggie and snipped the edge here, and so we need to drizzle this on quickly before it cools down too much. Okay, let's do the next one here. Ooh. This is an intense job. One more, right? There we go. Well, it's time to plate it up and make it look professional so that other people can enjoy the cookies that we just made. Chocolate thumbprint caramel cookies, okay? So these are just going to be put right on here. See, this tray says Happy Holidays on it because it is that time of the year, right? So these go on here like so. We can serve these up to our friends, right? Oh, wow. Ooh. Last one here. Well, it's time to try these, and I'm excited about trying them because I love these cookies. So from Ethnic Creative Cooking, happy holidays to all of you. Let's try these. So I'll let you know what they taste like. Wow. Chocolate in there, crunchiness. The nuts add a nice crunchiness as well. Nice texture. Chocolate and then the caramels. Wow. Join me next week where I'm going to be making cranberry orange streusel bread. And I know that you're going to love that too. Subscribe and hit the bell, and I'll see you